For everybody out here that's tuning in, my name is Kazi. I'm a barber out in Houston, Texas. I just turned 27 last month. I've been cutting hair for about like 10 or 11 years now. Started cutting hair around like 16. Grew up in an area called A-Leaf, not like the best area out here in Houston. Like I said, ever since I fell in love cutting hair, it was just something that really called to me and really made me feel fulfilled. Not only just cutting my own hair, but cutting other people's hair. And I had 3 older sisters that all graduated from the university, got corporate jobs. So my dad even worked corporate for a big oil and gas company. So my whole life, it was like, focus on corporate, get a 9-to-5, you have something to fall back on, the 401k, health insurance, all those things that they preach to you, basically not being your own boss, just working under somebody and being okay with, $60,000, $70,000 salary. I was already making that, all praise be to God, I was already making that kind of money while in college, cutting hair in my mom's garage. And, that's kind of when I felt like, I didn't really want to go down the corporate route. I felt that I had more to offer to the world and, God gave me a gift that I could give to other people. And that's kind of when I started looking into owning a school and rather than just owning a shop. And I remember this was around COVID time when I came across one of Chan's videos about opening schools and stuff like that. And we had a brief conversation about the school and opening the school. And at the time, I just had a lot on my plate. I never really took initiative. And, come back full circle, we talked again in 2023. And here we are today. And now I'm a school owner. And I couldn't be more happy. And we're just getting started. And it's not super easy, as it may seem. There's definitely a lot that goes into it. But if you keep your head on straight and you have goals that you want to meet, then and if you're okay with, handling the business aspect of things and understanding that, you're going to have to put in overtime sometimes, some days you might have to stay a little bit later. Some weeks you're going to have to put in, 60, 70 hours, but that's what you sign up for. And then, once you get into how you want to structure your business, you might be able to take a week or 2 weeks off, right? So that's the luxury that comes with the business. And I'm looking forward to diving in. With anything new, you're always going to have skepticism. And I definitely had that. But I knew that I had a great mentor in you, and you had a great mentor. So I knew that there was nothing to be worried about there. When I first joined the program, you told me that there were certain, there's different programs, like the bronze and then the gold and all those things. So I went with the basic package, which was somewhere in my price range at the time and my budget that I knew I could afford. So I went with that one, and you laid out everything that we needed to open the school. And the biggest help, even aside from the course that I signed up for, the biggest help that I would say was having you on that direct line, that anytime I literally called, you picked up. Even after 2 years, I remember I called you in COVID. I hadn't talked to you for 2 years, or almost 3 years. I called you earlier this year in 2023. And you were like, "What's up, Kazi?" I'm like, "Holy shit, he has my number memorized still." Like, I'm like, that's a good guy. Like, how do you still have my number? So that was a big green flag for me. That showcased that you're not out here scamming people. You know what I mean? You're an honest guy. You're an honest businessman, and you're really helping people transform their lives. And you have so many accolades, and you have so many people under you that have gone on to open schools and be successful. That I'm just hoping that I could be another success story to that. Obviously, you have to do your due diligence. Chan's not going to give you everything. He's going to give you the basics that you need to open your school. You still have to drive around and find a location. I did that for, I would say, about a month. I was looking on LoopNet a lot. I even had this conversation with you, Chan, like a couple years ago, but I was kind of young. I was naive, and I didn't really know how to pull the trigger. But going through all those experiences of taking, certain losses, learning different business tactics, meeting with different people, networking, learning somewhat of business in and out. I think that kind of put me in the position that I was in 2023 to say, okay, now I can finally go and open that school that I always wanted to open.